Hey guys, so we are going to do a pickup pile. You already know who the reading is about, right? The person on your mind. So this can be an ex, this can be somebody you are in separation with, this could be somebody you like, you admire, somebody you're crushing on, anybody. So we are going to have these two piles, pile number one and pile number two. So whichever one you're most drawn to, go with that. So if you chose pile number one, let's see what your reading has here. Um, so, what's really happening in your person's mind right now, their headspace about you, about this connection, whatever is happening? Six of Cups and overall energy is Ten of Pentacles. See, this person is definitely thinking about you. They're missing you. There is nostalgia here, but at the same time, they feel there is a sense of connection here. Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel pulled towards this person? They're See, they are, for some of you, if this is an ex, this person could be focused on the painful memories, but not necessarily, because this is the meaningful parts, is what I see, the conversations, the moments that felt neutral to both of you, the little things that didn't seem important at the time, but somehow became unforgettable later. So, see, I keep getting somebody who randomly remembers things here. Something reminds them of you, a place, a song, a joke, a certain time in their life. But whoever this is missing you, is thinking about you. And Ten of Pentacles is what makes the reading deeper. Okay, this person is not just thinking about the past, they are also thinking about the future here. Ten of Pentacles is where you build something, with somebody, the role you played in their life or you are playing in their life, the potential that existed here. This is somebody asking themselves, what would things look like today if things had gone differently, or what would things look like if, you know, something changed here? So, see, what's interesting with this is that this is neither of these cards feel casual to me. They are, heartfelt. They are somewhere you connect with somebody. That's what comes through here. So, right now, this person seems to be mentally revisiting the connection, maybe certain conversations that you had. They're remembering, reflecting, looking at the bigger picture. Let's see what's going on in their heart about you. What emotions are they feeling towards you? Nine of Pentacles, overall energy, Eight of Pentacles. They see you as somebody who's super focused on their life, on their work. There could be, um, see, the heart and head are telling two very different stories, and I think it should have been the other way around. They're looking at you. See, this person definitely holds you in very high regard. They see you as someone who's growing, who's learning, who's super focused on themselves. This is not an energy of desperation or obsession. This is respect, appreciation about something. When they think about you emotionally, they see somebody who's valuable, somebody who knows their worth, somebody who brings something meaningful to the table. Um, well, Eight of Pentacles tells me that emotionally this person doesn't feel like this connection is meaningless. This is something worth understanding or worth improving, worth working on. Now, whether they actually take action is another question here. So, but emotionally, this is where they see this as something really important. Let's see if they will take any action. Will this person take any action towards my viewers, or they will just keep feeling? Queen of Swords, overall energy, Seven of Cups. They are messed up in their head. They have too many questions, too many thoughts, too many fantasies, too many things going on in their mind. Okay. Um, see, Queen of Swords is where this person is trying to be logical, trying to stay very controlled, trying not to let emotions overpower their decisions. This is somebody who's thinking before acting, analyzing before acting, questioning before acting, and sometimes overthinking before acting. So acting is not happening. Seven of Cups is explaining, like I said, why the action is slow or delayed. Because this person is like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I'm wrong? What if they don't respond? What if things aren't same anymore? What if I, there's a fear of rejection as well for some of you. So too many possibilities floating here around this person's head, and somebody has too many, possibilities going on in their head. They often end up doing nothing at all, and that's what's happening here. So see, I don't see emotional indifference here. I see um, somebody whose thoughts are running just a little ahead of their actions, and that's why action is missing. They're struggling to catch up. See, there's a possibility of a very practical message here. Hey, a, a conversation starter or testing the waters first. That's definitely possible here, but the real issue is not lack of feelings. This is where they're thinking too many things, too many scenarios. Let's ask, what is it that this person would like to say or would say if they weren't hesitant, if they weren't in this scattered energy of Seven of Cups? What would they say to my viewers? Four of Wands, overall energy, Eight of Pentacles again. So Four of Wands is again, we consider this as a soulmate, twin flame kind of an energy. So I don't want to label the energy, but this is where someone feels a strong connection with you. So they would, say that when I am with you, when I am around you in your energy, things just feel like they flow very easily. I feel something strange with you. There's this connection that I'm not able to pinpoint, but I'm feeling that. See, this is where they would, they're thinking about, they would talk about the good moments that you've spent together, the conversations, the laughter, the feeling of, having somebody in their corner. So, see, this is where they would say they feel a strong connection if they weren't hesitant, not scattered in their mind. Now, Eight of Pentacles, if they weren't stuck in their head, they would admit that they don't see this connection as something meaningless. This is something worth putting the effort into. They think about it a lot. They still wonder about things. They would like to tell you that not every silence means lack of care. Sometimes, silence comes from knowing that you don't know how to fix something, not knowing where to start. See, if they could say one thing without fear here, without pride, without hesitation, whatever it is that is stopping them here, it would be that I don't think this connection was as small as I thought it would be or I pretended it was, depending on your situation, where you are in the relationship here. So they would say, you matter to me more than I let on. I value the connection more than I admit. But they definitely feel some sort of connection. We had Six of Cups and Four of Wands both show up. Let's see, what is it? What is it that you need to know currently? What is it that my viewers need to know currently? The Tower, overall energy, Eight of Swords. Okay, this kind of shows me that you are overthinking. Okay, maybe this person's mind is scattered, but you are also overthinking. You are like, you are also not taking any action, but you want to take action. But again, you have too much going on in your mind as well. You feel there's something that is limiting you, and there's some form of limiting belief as well here, because it's not that you can't see or your hands are tied, but you feel they are. So see, if you're spending too much time trying to figure things out, trying to understand every detail of this whole situation, trying to predict every outcome, Eight of Swords is telling me that the thing that's keeping you stuck is just your mind. You can take action and move forward. It's the constant thinking about the situation which is keeping you stuck. Tower is a clear message here. Something needs to change here, not because you're being punished, not because you're falling apart. Tower is not always, falling apart. This is because something is no longer working the way it used to. Maybe the approach that you had, that needs to change. Maybe whatever path you were taking, the way you were approaching the situation, that needs to change. Something has to change here. For some of you, Tower is realization. Maybe realization that you feel a certain way about this person, a truth that you've been avoiding possibly about this person. For some of you, I feel it's simply accepting that you cannot control somebody else's actions, or it's realizing that you've been carrying this connection along for far too long, but you were not admitting it to yourself. See, what I'm hearing here is that stop trying to force clarity, let clarity come to you. I hope this gave you some clarity. Thank you for watching, and we will move to pile number 2. Now, if you chose pile number 2, let's see what's up for your reading. Let's see what's really happening in their mind space, their head space for you right now. The Fool, overall energy, 2 of Pentacles. There's this desire to, step in. You see this foot? They want to step in. They want to take some action here. This person is standing between what's familiar and what's possible here. For some of you, this could be something very new. Okay, for some of you, I feel this is something very new, and there's possibility of a third-party situation as well for you. That's something that I'm getting from here. See, this person's mind is wandering towards new possibilities when it comes to you. I don't see somebody who's mentally closed the door here. This is where somebody's asking themselves, what if I just stopped overthinking this? What if I just took that leap of faith? What if I just took that chance, There is curiosity here. There is this desire for a fresh chapter, a feeling that maybe the story is just starting or it isn't finished yet, based on, again, where you are in your relationship. See, 2 of Pentacles is where nothing is really straightforward here, okay? Because one minute they are leaning towards action, the other minute they are like, oh, should I not? They are, dwindling between being optimistic and pessimistic. This is where there's also a fear of rejection. Should I take that chance or not? See, it's almost like their mind keeps swinging between I should do something and maybe I should wait. What's interesting is that neither of these cards feel stuck or confused or, like, I don't know. Yes, there is confusion. I know I'm contradicting myself, but this is more of a back and forth, because the Fool is a moving card. It doesn't want to stay stuck. It's a free-spirited energy. It doesn't know how to stay still. So a card of new possibilities, which tells me that mentally this person is becoming more open towards the idea of movement than they were before here. Okay, so let's see what is going on in their heart space for you. What's going on in their heart space for my viewers? The Moon and overall energy, 7 of Wands. I don't know, but it's funny. Both the readings, the head space is clearer than heart space today for some reason. See, their heart is certain that they don't want to let go, but also they feel vulnerable in committing that. This person is definitely carrying feelings they haven't fully sorted through yet. Because Moon is where, there is emotional confusion here. There's no emotional emptiness. This card is where emotions run deep. Feelings that don't always make sense. So maybe it's a connection where this person is not able to make sense of their feelings, but they are feeling it. And feelings, come in waves. Suddenly it becomes too intense. Suddenly they're like, I'm okay. So, see, this is somebody who is, when they're distracted, they're fine. When life gets busy, they're fine. When they are able to kind of, control those, they're fine. But when they're left alone with these thoughts, that's when the feelings start resurfacing. Um, See, this person could be keeping a lot to themselves. They've tried to rationalize instead of feeling, but I don't think this person likes feeling emotionally exposed, and that's why they're doing this. Um, let's see. Are they going to take any action towards my viewers? Magician, overall energy, Two of Swords. I don't know what to do about this. So, on one hand, again, they're swinging between these two. So, Magician is where um, they see, Magician doesn't sit around and wait and think. Magician is it does something, it initiates, it has the power to create something, it's manifestation, it creates opportunities, it starts conversations. So uh, if this person is going to take action, absolutely yes. This is, there's a desire to change the current situation, desire to move things forward, to stop just thinking and actually do something here. And Two of Swords is why the um, action is not happening yet. This person is, they keep reaching this crossroads, okay? They are at this crossroads. They don't know if they should go here or they should go here. This is where they hesitate, they overanalyze, they tell themselves, maybe later, maybe I need to give this time, maybe I should wait, maybe I need more clarity. All those stupid questions, they keep coming to their mind. But the thing is that Magician is much more stronger than Two of Swords. If this was Two of Swords with another passive energy, I'd be concerned. But Magician, it's active. It wants results. It wants movement. So I don't see somebody staying stuck forever. I see somebody trying to gather courage to make a decision. See, this is not going to be a huge emotional confession, but this seems like this person starts a conversation, check you with some sort of a check-in, or breaking the silence in some way, testing the waters, finding a reason to reconnect with you. It doesn't necessarily um, run through it immediately, but they, Magician does open doors, so that's going to happen. Let's see what is the guidance. What is the guidance for my viewers at this point? Oh, we have to ask what would they say if they weren't hesitant? Okay. What would my viewers person say if they weren't hesitant at this point, or they would stop themselves from saying it? Two of Wands, overall energy is Page of Wands. There is a lot of attraction, curiosity around you, around the connection. That this is like those um, feelings where you have butterflies in your stomach, kind of a thing. I'm getting. Um, See, they would say, if just because I don't show it, it's not that I don't think about possibilities with you. I still think about the connection, where it could go from here, because as much as I've tried to stay logical, that does not work. Um, Part of me is still constantly thinking about this. I have a lot of curiosity about you. Want to know what's happening in your life. I wonder about you. Um, I want to know um, if you think about me the way I, think about you. So, see, this is where they would say, I don't feel like um, I want to keep standing where I am. I do want to move forward. I still think about possibilities. I still wonder where this could go, like I said earlier. And I don't think I've completely stopped hoping for movement between the two of us. That's what I'm getting. See, sometimes the hardest step isn't moving forward, it is deciding to move forward. I hope this gave you some clarity. Thank you for watching.